Hello everyone, welcome to my class. This is Accounting C101 or the Basic Financial Accounting and Reporting with Conceptual Framework and Accounting Standards as defined in your student permits. Accounting C101. Now, for this episode, I will be talking about the definition of accounting. Let me first go through with the first definition of accounting as a service activity. And I hope you can follow me on reading this definition because when we are talking of accounting, it is a service activity whose function is to provide quantitative information. Let me emphasize the highlighted words quantitative information, meaning those information that has figures, okay? We are talking of money. That's why primarily financial in nature. And when we are talking of this involves economic entities. The companies that we represent or the companies that you own. If you are starting up a business, there are certain transactions that involves money. Either it is inflow or outflow of cash. So there are transactions that involves money. Transaction is financial in nature. That is why we have to account what is happening. So this is where accounting comes in. And this is the first definition. It is a service activity. And I'd like to remind you that when we are talking of service, we are not providing a product or an item. We are using our skills or our labor when we are providing for a service. That's why accounting is a service activity because this is more of a back office. This is a work involving our skills. Okay. Next, let's proceed with the second definition. Accounting is a process. When we are talking of accounting as a process, it is the process of identifying, measuring, and communicating economic information to permit informed judgment and decision by users of the information. And in this case, I highlighted the three terms here, the three words identifying, measuring, and communicating. Now, let me discuss to you what we mean when we say that accounting is a process. As you will be learning later on, we have the accounting cycle. And when we are dealing with accounting, there is a process involved because we have to be organized in what we are doing, especially when we are accounting for the transactions that happens in the company on a day-to-day basis. In this case, we have to identify transactions that can be accounted for because not all transactions can be accounted. There are certain transactions in the company that cannot be recorded simply because there are no financial in nature effects. Okay? There is no financial implication. Now, when there is money involved, when there is a quantitative information, we have to measure this in terms of money. Since we are here in the Philippines, the basic unit of measure is Philippine peso. If you are if you are reporting in China, you will be using your local currency. If you are in US, you will be recording it using your US dollar or elsewhere in the world. Okay? Now, once we measure, it is usually being summarized, and when this summarized data, the information are available, it is then communicated to the users of the information to permit informed judgment that will be useful in their making decisions because management decides based on the reports or the financial reports that are made available to them. So that is very important when we are dealing with accounting transactions when it is already being reported to the management. So accounting is a process. That is the second definition. Now, the third definition is accounting is an art. And let me just put it in the slideshow format. When we are talking of accounting as an art, accounting is the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transactions, and events which are, in part at least, of a financial character and interpreting the results thereof. So we can see that accounting is also an art because there is a flow, there is a beauty in it. We are following certain rules, we are following certain procedures, and this is an art of recording. So we record economic transactions in terms of money. We classify them, And when we are dealing with classifying, when we are talking of classification, we are grouping these transactions based on their characteristics. As long as they are similar in their nature, we have to classify them by groups. And then we summarize them so that eventually we can communicate those data. Again, we can communicate them for the users to decide on what actions to do. But in this case, we summarize in a significant manner, and of course, in terms of money, transactions, uh, which are in part at least of a financial character, and interpreting the results thereof. And I guess one of the things that makes accounting as an art is the interpretation. Because usually when we are dealing with arts, especially when we are talking of abstract arts, we interpret the meaning behind the art. So when we are talking of accounting, we also interpret based on the available data, okay? The financial reports that are presented to us. So these are the three common definitions of accounting. Now, let me discuss the last item that I want to mention. We also deal with accounting as an information system because usually for medium-sized entities and large entities, they have to process accounting on an electronic or digital or computerized way. And when we are using computer to record transactions, we have the IPO model, or the three stages of data processing, which I will be discussing later on. Accounting is an information system that records business activities. It processes the information into reports and communicates the results to decision makers. So basically, accounting is an information system in the sense that the records that are being, or the documents that are being processed and recorded in the accounting systems are eventually converted into outputs, such as your financial statements, and it is being communicated to the users of the financial statements. Okay, so if you have any questions, please let me know, either in the comment section or through our official learning management system, and I'll be glad to assist you with your queries. So thank you for listening, thank you for watching my presentation, and I hope to see you around the next meeting. Bye-bye.